Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. My name is Nikki McCutchen. I will be your host for this evening. We love our testimonial night. This one, I think, is going to be just a little bit different than what we usually have as well, but they're always good. You're getting a duo pair of Nickies tonight, so it should be super fun as well with that. Our call will be for 30 minutes, and Nicky is going to share his testimonial with us, and we're going to start with our medical disclaimer. What we are sharing tonight is for informational purposes only. All the products we discuss are not intended to treat, cure, diagnose, or prevent any dis-ease. If you are on medications or have medical conditions or are pregnant or nursing, just like with embarking on any new health regimen, diet, or fitness program, please make sure to check with your preferred healthcare practitioner first. And with that, I am super excited to bring Nikki on and just tell us, I know you're going to talk a little bit about your testimonial and as well as how you got started on this technology. So I will let you take it away.
Well, hello. My name is Nikki, and I'm here today to just do this interview. Well, what I can say is that I do feel the patches, and in fact, I feel like there's like an overabounding amount of testimony that's came just from my own personal experience with it. Wait, where was I supposed to start?
Yes, that's
Sorry.
great. Yes, no, you're totally good. Totally not a problem. Wherever you want to start. So if you want to share with why you got started with the technology.
Well, yeah, that would be my mom for sure, because my mom, she's always had the best interest in mind for me, which she's a mama. That makes sense. So
Yes.
she's always been putting them on me, and literally, she'd smack me on the back of the head with the patch and be like, mijo, you can literally actually get healed with this. And so I never really took much time to look into it until she actually needed to, out of a very severe need from a seizure that I had. And so, I mean, she came from Florida and she stuck like 7 patches on me, and I was like, "What's going on?" So I do feel like that was the first point where I actually felt a shift and a difference. But since then, I've used the X39 patch in the Y Aeon, sometimes the Ice Wave as well. I would just kind of apply them very similarly close to where I imagine that light energy or neural network pathway or some type of nerve conduit would be closest to that place where I needed it. So, and it's worked so far for the hiatal hernia that I had right here. I'm looking for the nodule, the actual knot that I had in my stomach. It's not there anymore. So,
Oh,
uh,
praise the Lord.
yeah, and it actually seemed like it was kind of a toxin purge that was just, oh man, it was rough, you know. But
So when you wore the patches, it was helping your body to detoxify, you think?
yes, and unfortunately, I think I had a lot of toxins at the time, so I kind of purged, and I ended up kind of throwing up. But I was like, "What is going on? Did I eat like a bad hot dog from James Coney Island or something?" I don't think it was anything out of the ordinary. So it actually,
Yeah.
yeah. But after that, the pain was gone, and I could actually eat food without having to force it down because I've taken a lot of pain medication. I've been in a lot of totaled vehicles that indescribably I probably shouldn't have actually walked away from, but
Wow.
um,
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's really important what you're talking about as far as like with our body's ability to detoxify. Because what we're talking about with this technology is that it's it's not it's not doing anything. It's not putting anything into our body. So it's actually the way that our body was designed to work. The technology is just turning on different things that are already there. So sometimes with detoxification, I think what people don't understand is that throwing up is your body telling you it has something in it that it doesn't want to be there and it wants it to get out. So fantastic that you were able to do that. And then, like you said, then it was just like pain and things
it,
started
it
to
it looked
subside.
like years of mucus that was layered in the inside of my stomach.
Oh
My body
gosh.
once it acted,
Sorry,
yeah,
all
I'm just
TMI.
trust me, that was it was an uncomfortable experience, even more
Yeah.
uncomfortable than this conversation. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it looked like
But you
because
got it out.
you can
Your
achieve
body
it
needed
through,
to get it out.
yeah, like immediately.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You can
Yeah.
achieve
So
that with fasting, but it was the patch that skipped the entire step all the way to just, well, in order to promote the healing that it wanted for my body, it must have those toxins out because it needs a free conduit of light transmission for it, you know?
absolutely. Yes,
So that was my
absolutely.
direct application. theory. And so that was the first one, and there was a few other that happened as well.
Yeah, so you had some things going on with your spine and your neck as well.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
was at a dead stop trying to get onto the entrance ramp at 610 in Richmond. Just there's 5 o'clock traffic. This guy's following behind me, but he doesn't realize that traffic stopped. He's going 60 miles an hour and he crashed into the back of the van that I was working for at a pool builder. Yep.
Oh
I
my,
mean, it collapsed all of the steel shelves in the van. Like,
oh
I'm
my
glad it didn't hit the
gosh.
air tank. So, yep, it herniated like multiple discs in my neck and my lower back. To the which I have taken multiple steroid shots for, epidurals and everything. So, done
Wow.
MRIs, they're there, and I lived with it. I got the Batman award from the pool man because I couldn't look left or right. And I was like, they gave me a trophy, which I thought was funny, but at the time, during the Christmas party, I was like, guys, that's it's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
Well,
So you
I
look like
bowed.
you're moving a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, I can look left and right, no problem. I haven't had pain. And my chiropractor called me. He's like, "Where have you been, man?" I was like, "Well, I actually don't need chiropractic work right now." So.
Yeah, you're feeling good. Yeah. So it helped with just pain removal and mobility.
Well, yeah, it helped with pain removal, mobility, and then I also felt like it kind of just activated a dormant part of my body that just slowly brought the disc into alignment. I mean, I
Yeah.
haven't got an
Wow.
MRI, but I probably should actually. So,
Yeah. Yeah, but you're feeling like you're much more aligned than what you were feeling before.
yeah, aligned. I don't like, if I move a direction, I don't feel like I'm about to have a nerve pinch. Because if I moved the wrong way, if I was to hold my arm up and then look right, I could pinch the nerve in my neck to where my entire neck would lock up. And
Oh my
here,
goodness.
yeah, I've been in a lot of car
So,
accidents, unfortunately.
wow. So which patches were you using then?
At the time was the X39 and the Aeon. And
Okay.
I think I had ran out of the Ice Wave, but those are the three main ones.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And then did you also want to talk about your hemorrhoids?
Sure. I mean, that's
So,
going to be you know, I mean, I live life with no filter, right? So I had
well,
furthering,
I already thought we were kind of there. So I just
yeah,
figured I'd go ahead and throw it out there since it's
well,
on the
yeah,
list.
it definitely is on the list, without a doubt. The furthering the direct application method that I thought, putting it near a nerve conduit, maybe that could take the light and move it is what my theory was. So I put it between, my butt and my balls. So that's where I put it. And I thought that was the closest place that I could actually put it because, just the terrain down there is not really navigatable or adhesible. So I did that, and funny enough, actually, the patch, because of working outside in the Houston summer, I was sweating. By the time I got home and I went to the bathroom, it was like actually all the way up, like trying to remove itself. But it did somehow navigate directly to where the hemorrhoids were, and it did, and um,
Yeah, this
I
is something. This is something tonight. We're going after it.
yep.
More
I mean,
ways than one.
it's true, and God's got a great sense of humor because He knew that I would be somebody to not really follow protocol and just try something. So
So, for those of you out there, if you are struggling or you have hemorrhoids and you want to use this technology, my recommendation would be that you put it on the outside of your underwear and
yes,
wear it that way versus being on the skin or on the inside of the underwear. So, let me just throw that out there for those of you, because I know it's serious, right? Like, I mean, hemorrhoids are truly serious. These are not fun things.
yeah,
So,
it's been terrible,
um,
or it
yeah.
was terrible.
So then you had then relief or help or what happened with the hemorrhoids?
Complete and total healing. I mean, if I had strained too much, I would actually have a little bit of blood there, and I haven't. I mean, I've actually been constipated recently after that whole the patch thing. So, and I didn't have any problems. Um,
Wow. Yeah. Our bodies are fearfully and wonderfully made, right? Like
Indeed. Amen
when
to
our
that.
bodies have what they need, then they can do their job. Because ultimately, what we're talking about is the body is designed to heal itself. So this technology just basically works as a light switch that is, creating that thing, just like in our house, turning on that electricity, that energy, so that the electricity, the light can come on. So this technology is working the same way to where it's just turning on those peptides in the body so that they will do their job. And the body gets to decide what that looks like, how it's going to work. And we are 100% praising the Lord that you've had the results that you've had because it's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. So, oh my goodness. Is there anything else you want to share with us tonight then before I go into going over how the technology actually works?
Um, I'm trying to think. I think I had thought something, but then I forgot. I
That's
just know
okay.
that, discs, I mean, it was so uncomfortable to have constant burping of acid and stuff, and my esophagus feeling like it was torn and having trouble digesting stuff. I mean, my body feels like it's been renewed. And
Wow.
I
Praise the
really
Lord.
think that it's if you can feel the difference over, you may not feel it right away, especially if you're not sure where you're trying to focus on getting that healing in, but it works great. It seeps into your body and slowly brings like a complete alignment, because the Lord is light and we are beings of light. And
Mhm.
it's phototherapy that brings that light and kind of just activates, you
Absolutely.
can truly feel it. And
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yes. Yes. Yeah. When we are created, together, there is actually a burst of light when the sperm and the egg meet. There's a burst of light,
yeah,
and we emit a low grade infrared light. People normally are talking about it as a heat signature. When you watch a movie and they're looking through night vision goggles, and on the movie they're talking about seeing, the heat signature, which is all those colors, which, as we know, light has colors. So, technically, scientifically, that is a low grade infrared light. And so, that is what is being utilized with this technology. So,
oh
we
yeah, I
are,
forgot about my finger actually.
oh, yeah, tell us about
Okay,
it.
so I just had a baby girl about 3 months ago, and she's so
Oh,
cute. And I want to
congratulations.
be here with her all the time. But
Yes.
so I was on paternity leave. I was at home, but this customer had a job that was just, I could pay my whole mortgage with that one job. So I go to do it, but I'm rushing through it. We installed new lights, and I'm explaining something to the customer instead of walking back to the 5 minute walk on their huge property back to the truck to get a drill to drill through a box. I pulled out a Milwaukee blade instead. And so I'm cutting through it, and I'm like, I'm saving 15 minutes of time talking to her. And I popped off the box and I cut my finger all the way to the bone.
Oh my gosh.
And I severed a nerve and two tendons. It immediately went into what they call a boutonniere deformity. And so I went to a parent teacher conference for my kids instead of going to the hospital. And then I went back and finished the job and just kind of went the next stage of the ER, which they said was terrible timing because they can't even suture it anymore. So I'm like, crap. But if they did, they would have not been able to fix the nerves and tendons. And so, anyways, after this whole long thing with a doctor telling me $50,000 for the highly specialized surgery, I was like, doctor, I'm not paying an arm and a leg for a finger, my friend. So I I just didn't do anything about it. Found a surgeon, but I did the patches. I put the patches directly on it. Like I put one here and then another one, like I kind of try to triangulate with them for some reason, because to me, the theory in my head is because we are beings of light that have the nervous system that pumps out from the brain, which is, the 12-volt battery in the car, for example, that you can maybe catch it more specified by the nerve network patterns of the energy that's traveling back and forth. So I tried to triangulate and I put them all on my finger. And the next day, all of the scars in the actual scab scars right after, like 2 or 3 weeks after, just it popped off, and then it looked like this, and it's looked like this since. And
Yeah.
I have full range of motion again, which, like, sorry,
Wow.
I'm looking at myself, and it's hard for me to,
No,
but
you're
yeah.
good.
So
Yeah,
like,
that's amazing. That's so awesome. And what I love and what you're saying is so important because you're figuring out what works for your body and what
mhm,
even your thought processes, because all of it's connected. So how we think is applied to how our body moves and reacts. So the fact that this is how you feel like you need to use the patch technology is huge, because everyone should be doing that. So we do have clinically tested spots that you can utilize, but it's much better if you intuitively decide where the technology is going to work for you, which is what Nicky has done, even in his patching in uncomfortable places, which, to each his own, but I gave you some other options.
It's
And
all
then,
kind of uncomfortable. Yep.
yeah, so Judy's asking, which patch did you use for the hemorrhoids?
Was the X39 for sure.
Okay, yeah,
Because I wanted
awesome.
that. Yeah, you need that stimulation of that dormant power that we have contained within
Yeah,
this system,
absolutely.
which is in the healing
Yeah.
direction.
Yeah, and so the other thing I wanted to mention was you were talking about how like your esophagus and you felt like all of that was regenerating. So that's what's really amazing too, because GHK copper peptide is what we're talking about is being activated with the X39 patch, and that peptide also helps to support collagen. Collagen is not just hair, skin, and nails; it's actually the lining in every single one of our organs. So when Nicky's talking about that, feeling the difference in his esophagus, it is because collagen lines all of those things in our body. And so when you have collagen working with regenerative cells together, which GHK copper peptide turns on both of those, when you have those working together, it gives your body more availability to regenerate and renew different areas. Again, whatever the body so deems necessary to support. And Nicky's feeling that, across the board, which is what's so amazing. So let's just go through the technology real quick. And Nicky, you can always just, interrupt me, or if you have something else that you want to add. But we are FDA recognized and compliant as a general wellness product. It's a class 1 medical device, completely non-transdermal. So it's not transferring anything into the skin. No injections, no chemicals, nothing is going into the skin. So it's sealed on both sides with that medical grade plastic that's hypoallergenic. Inside the center of this patch, this is what they look like. So is amino acids and salts in a crystal lattice structure that's reflective, like a mirror. So when that infrared light that I mentioned before hits the center of that patch, it's reflected back into the body at a very specific wavelength of light, turning on, like that light switch, GHK copper peptide. GHK copper peptide was found over 50 years ago. It's very scientifically sound and backed with all 50 years of research on what it does inside the body. So we actually have over 90 clinical studies, over 200 patents. So our technology does what it says it's going to do. Our technology has a 96% effectiveness rate. So across the board, you can rest assured that even if you don't feel it, and even if you don't have the results that Nicky had, you can be assured it's always working in your body. That's what's so amazing with our technology. So it is extremely affordable. The only thing that this would even remotely compare to is a stem cell injection on the market. And that's not a great comparison because, like I said before, this is turning on regenerative cells that can go anywhere and do anything in the body. It's also turning on all 28 different types of collagen in your body, across the board in your body systemically. It is supporting your entire cardiovascular system. So at the mitochondrial level. So if you need support in your heart, in your blood vessels, the lining of your blood vessels, again, all of that's working together from a different angle. So we've got the collagen working on the lining, we have got the mitochondria working and the cardiovascular system as well, all supporting each other. And then we've got the regenerative cells that are also coming in there, as well as it helps to support your brain. So anxiety and depression, not feeling well, brain clarity, brain fog. In our clinical studies, it shows that those begin to lift at about that 6-week mark. So that's truly remarkable too, helping to balance out that parasympathetic nervous system, allowing your body, again, that's the state that your body goes into to rest and digest. That is how it heals, in a resting state. And so that is being activated and turned on and helping at that brain cognition level as well, which is so amazing. Supporting your immune system. Yes, you got something, Nikki?
Yeah, so this is actually maybe I just never noticed this before, but last year I was having seizures because I was what do they call it? Sleep apnea. I have a deviated septum and I've snored since I was a child, you know what I mean? And anyways, I'd come home hot from working in 110 degrees all day for 12 hours, 7 days a week, and I'd go to sleep, and I was borderline heat stroke. So I'd go to sleep, and because of the apnea, I was not able to get enough oxygen to my brain. So I'd get hypoxic, and I would end up having seizures and falling out in the middle of the night. And so, got a CPAP machine and everything, and I've been using the patches, because my mom's like, I can give it to you to put on yourself, or I'll put it right there for you,
Gotta
Um,
love those mamas. They're the
oh yeah, I
best.
love I love my mama so much.
Yes.
She's saved my life more times than I can even count, which is
Yes.
means that I probably need to have better decisions most of the time if that's happening. Anyways, no, it's been a very introspective thing with that, but I literally just realized that I don't even snore anymore. I don't even use the CPAP machine anymore because I don't snore. And so not only are the seizures gone, the cognitive function came back. I did an MRI just like a month or two ago, and I have no scars, no contusions, no lacerations. And, I've been in accidents where I've had trauma, like I've hit a car going 55 miles an hour with no seatbelt on, almost went through the
Wow.
car. Yep. Don't want to get into that right now, but there should have been any sign of actual physical damage to my brain. I've had seizures
Yeah.
that I've hit my head on the tile floor, you know, and
Mhm.
nothing. When my doctor
Praise
reviewed
the
it with me,
Lord.
he said there is not a single scar, contusion, or laceration. And he said, in
Praise the
fact,
Lord.
he don't normally doesn't say this to male patients, but I have a very beautiful brain.
That's
So
awesome. That's
I
awesome. I
know.
love it. And what's so amazing about that too is I just think, I mean, you're a walking miracle. Like when I hear you say all of those things, like, I mean, it's one of those to where like we know this technology is supporting the body to be able to do what it is supposed to do. But
Yeah,
ultimately, this is all the Lord. This is the way He
right.
designed us. It's what He does in our body. It's His power working in and through us to do whatever He so desires and allows to do in our body. So I just want to give all praise to Him because, like,
Right? Hallelujah.
like you're a
Praise the
miracle.
Lord.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right.
I feel like a walking miracle, and then sometimes I wish I had some bubble wrap. I could just,
I think you may actually be wrapped in bubble wrap, considering
Oh
all the
yeah,
things
no,
that
I
you
mean
said have been
when
going on.
I saw the shield of light, it was about a foot thick. I mean, my friend had a seizure. Ironically, the person that I hired to drive me around because of my seizures, the very last day that I was not able to drive medically, he has a heat stroke seizure and we hit a tree going 85 miles an hour because his
Oh my
head got wedged on
gosh.
the headrest and his foot was on the gas pedal. And
Oh my
I was worried
gosh.
about him, and then all of a sudden, I didn't realize that we were just going full tilt. Like my 2015 Silverado, it's got a good amount of horsepower. Yeah, so I look up and we're veering off into a ditch, and then I'm trying to wrestle the steering wheel from him, and I look over, and then all of a sudden we're going into the ditch, and then we hit the driveway, flew 30 feet in an arch, and then hit the tree. I mean, I even saw the tunnel to the light and everything. Every memory that I
Wow.
ever saw from birth to that moment. And then,
Wow.
I said, Lord, I want to be here for Tara, my wife, and then our newborn baby. And
Yeah. Well,
there it was,
yes. Oh my
the word,
gosh.
the word of God, a foot thick, and he put me in a stasis, and I didn't get a single scratch on me, not even one.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Well, I would say that he definitely has plans for you. He
Yeah,
has
like
a
tell people
mission
about
and a
patches, actually.
purpose. Yes, he has a mission and a purpose for you to fulfill. Otherwise, he would have taken you home. So
Yeah,
there is
yeah.
something, there are very specific things that he wants you to do and that you're called to do here. And so I am just asking for blessing, all blessing to fall down on you in your life and for you to know your calling and your purpose and for him to be able to work those things in you because you truly are a walking miracle. So, thank you so much for
Yeah,
sharing your story with us tonight. Thank you
without a
for
doubt.
coming on. You're going to bless so many people by being willing to share your story. And so we just so appreciate you. Please make
Yeah,
sure that if you got invited to the call tonight, that if you want more detailed information, it's all at patchtheway.com, PATCH, theway.com. You can look at all the clinical studies. They're all there. If you enter that passcode light, those will all come up for you. All the patents will come up for you. And please just get back to the person. Like, just start on the technology. Like, oh my goodness, like all of these results, everybody's different. We don't know what it's going to do for you. We don't know what the Lord's going to do for, through it, for your body. All we know is that it has a 96% effectiveness rate, which means it's always working in the body, which is what's so
Hallelujah.
incredible. So yes. So get started today, and get back to the person who sent you to the call. If you want to come on one of our testimonial calls, we would be so blessed to have you come on and do what Nikki's done tonight. Your stories bless so many people. And so we would love to have you come back on. Please get back with whoever invited you to call. Tell them that you want to come on a Thursday night. It's just 30 minutes. Let's have a conversation. Let's hear about what's happened with you and the technology. And Monday nights, I share about the technology. So if you want to get more specific and have time to ask questions about the technology, that's 6 o'clock Central Standard Time every Monday night. Wednesday nights, we talk about the business. So we believe sharing is caring. And so we would love to help you share this with more people as well if you want to know how to do that also. But with that, just know, just like with Nikki and everyone else on the call tonight and everyone else that's watching this on the recording, we pray blessing over each and every one of you. Good night, everyone. Have a great evening. Thank you so much,
Bye.
Nikki. We really appreciate you.
Take care.
Good night. God bless. Thank you,
God
Nikki.